This is one of the last true muscle cars standing, and it doesn't whisper, it screams. The Dodge Challenger R/T and the SRT Hellcat are more than cars. They are living legends, carrying the roar of Detroit into an era that's quickly going silent. If you want to know what pure horsepower feels like before it disappears, this is where the story begins. The Challenger has always been about presence. When Dodge first brought it back in 2008, people said it was nostalgia on wheels. But today, in 2024, it's become something else entirely, a modern icon that blends retro lines with unfiltered performance. In this video, you'll see why the R/T and the Hellcat have earned their cult following, and why owning one feels like joining a brotherhood of muscle car purists. Just look at the stance. Wide, long, and unapologetically old school, the Challenger doesn't try to look sleek like a European coupe, it looks brutal. The R/T stretches nearly 200 inches, with shoulders so wide it feels like it's pushing the road aside. That split front grille with round headlights? Pure 1970s inspiration. But the Hellcat takes it up a notch. Notice the hood scoop, the massive air intakes, and if you're lucky enough to see the wide-body kit, those flared fenders make it look like it's straining at the leash. What color would you choose? Bright torrid for maximum drama, or something stealthy like pitch black? Drop it in the comments, I'm curious what you'd pick. But wait until you see the inside, it's not just a throwback muscle cockpit. The Challenger welcomes you with deep bucket seats that grip your shoulders like they know what's coming. Depending on trim, you can go from cloth in the R/T to premium Laguna leather in the Hellcat. Red seatbelts, embroidered SRT logos, even suede accents, all small touches that make the cabin feel special. And then there's the tech, Dodge's Uconnect infotainment, one of the easiest systems to use, with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and optional Harman Kardon sound that turns every drive into your own concert. Unlike most coupes, the back seats actually fit real humans, which makes the Challenger surprisingly practical. Try finding that in a Mustang or Camaro. Now let's talk about what's hiding under the hood. The R/T carries the legendary 5.7-liter Hemi V8, putting down up to 375 horsepower. It's plenty for burnouts and daily thrills, and you can even get it with a 6-speed manual. That's becoming rarer than ever. But the real monster is the SRT Hellcat, a 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8 with 717 horsepower in its standard form, and even more in special editions. That's the kind of number that makes people's jaws drop. Hit the gas and 0 to 60 is over in just 3.6 seconds, but honestly, numbers don't capture it. The supercharger whine sounds like a jet spooling up, and when the exhaust opens up, it feels like the earth itself is growling. Would you daily drive a Hellcat, or save it just for weekends? I'd love to know your take. Handling? For a car this size, it's better than most expect. With adaptive dampers, Brembo brakes, and drive modes that let you customize everything from throttle response to steering weight, the Challenger can surprise you on a twisty road. But make no mistake, this car's heart beats for straight-line runs and highway pulls. That's where it feels unstoppable. And if you think that's wild, stay tuned, because in a moment, I'll share just how much it costs, and you won't believe how it stacks up against its rivals. Safety doesn't take a back seat either. Blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise, rear cross-traffic alert, it's got all the modern driver aids. And while no one buys a Hellcat for its crash ratings, Dodge made sure it's not just fast, but also safe enough for real-world driving. So where do these cars sit in the market? The R/T starts around $42,000, making it one of the most affordable V8-powered coupes left. The Hellcat, on the other hand, starts above $70,000, which sounds steep, until you realize you're getting Ferrari-level horsepower for the price of a loaded SUV. Think about that for a second, 700-plus horsepower, everyday usability, and a presence that no electric car can imitate. The Challenger R/T and Hellcat are more than specs on paper. They're statements, rolling proof that passion still exists in the car world. And that's why they continue to turn heads and spark debates wherever they go. Legends are not born overnight, they're forged in stories, and the Dodge Challenger has more than its fair share. Think about this, when Dodge unleashed the Hellcat in 2015, it instantly shattered expectations. A car with over 700 horsepower straight from the factory? People thought it was a typo. Suddenly, muscle car enthusiasts had a weapon that could outrun European exotics at half the price. The Hellcat wasn't just another performance car, it was a cultural earthquake. Everywhere it went, it became the center of attention. Pull into a gas station and strangers ask, "Is that the Hellcat?" Kids want to hear the exhaust. Neighbors either love you or hate you, because when you fire it up early in the morning, that supercharged roar rattles windows. Owning one is not just about speed, it's about living with a personality that refuses to stay quiet. And that's what separates it from cars that are faster on paper but lack soul. Would you prefer a quiet car with numbers, or one that announces itself with every start? There's also the pride of customization. Dodge lets you choose insane color names like Go Mango, F8 Green, Plum Crazy, and Octane Red. Each one feels like it belongs to a comic book hero. Add racing stripes, black wheels, and suddenly your Challenger becomes an extension of you. It's not just another coupe parked in the driveway, it's a reflection of your boldness. Imagine parking one next to a sea of gray sedans. Which car do you think everyone will photograph? Driving the R/T daily is its own story. That 5.7 Hemi is smooth enough for commutes yet strong enough to make you smile on every on-ramp. The manual gearbox option connects you to the car in a way few modern machines allow. Then you switch to the Hellcat, and it's like stepping into a different universe. The supercharger's scream kicks in around 3,000 RPM, and suddenly the horizon rushes toward you. You grip the wheel tighter, your pulse rises, and for a moment, nothing else in life matters. That's the magic people talk about. It makes you feel alive. Of course, muscle comes with trade-offs. The Challenger is heavy, weighing over 4,000 pounds. It's not as nimble as a BMW M4 or a Porsche 911. Fuel economy? Let's just say the gas station will know you by name. But here's the thing, none of that matters when you're behind the wheel. This isn't about efficiency, it's about emotion. Dodge built it for drivers who want to feel something every time they turn the key. And in today's car market, that's becoming rare. Culturally, the Challenger represents rebellion. When most brands are downsizing engines or moving to electric, Dodge doubled down on raw horsepower. It became a symbol of resistance to the idea that cars should be silent, sanitized appliances. In movies, TV shows, and even music videos, the Challenger Hellcat is cast as the rebel, the troublemaker, the one that breaks the rules. And honestly, isn't that what makes it unforgettable? Now let's talk about value. The R/T gives you an authentic V8 muscle car for less than many compact SUVs. That alone is shocking in today's market. The Hellcat, while pricier, still delivers performance numbers usually reserved for supercars costing 3 times as much. Owning one isn't just about horsepower per dollar, it's about buying into a piece of history. Years from now, when electric cars dominate the roads, the Hellcat will be remembered as one of the last untamed beasts. Collectors already know this, and the values of special editions are climbing. If you could keep just one car to define the V8 era, would this be it? Living with a Challenger also means joining a community. Car meets, drag strips, late-night cruises, wherever you go, fellow enthusiasts recognize you. It's a family built on shared love for the rumble of a Hemi. That sense of belonging is something spec sheets can't measure, but every owner will tell you it's real. As this era comes to a close, Dodge is preparing for an electric future. But the R/T and Hellcat stand as proof that the brand gave us its all before turning the page. These cars are not polite, they are loud, brash, unapologetic, and exactly what muscle cars were always meant to be. So, here's the question, if you had the chance to own one of the last great V8s, would you take it? Imagine looking back 20 years from now, do you want to say you drove one, or that you missed your shot? This is the Dodge Challenger R/T and SRT Hellcat. More than a car, it's a piece of American history written in tire smoke and thunder. What do you think? Does this car deserve its legendary status? Drop your thoughts below, and if you enjoyed this journey, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and join me for more car stories that celebrate machines with soul.